before I visited there. And we are getting the Winnipeg, or part of the Winnipeg branch of Filkin Canada. And next up are Morva Bowman and Alan Pollard, and they will be followed by Dave Clement. It was intended to be a group concert, but sometimes things don't work out that way. Alan, Morva, are you there?
We are here.
We are here.
Good.
So hopefully we'll become bigger at some point than the little bitty thing I can see. Yeah, we had this all rehearsed up with Dave, and we were going to do all these harmonies, and he got exposed to COVID yesterday, so he doesn't want to come and risk us. But we have Graham and Becca here, so they're our cheering section.
Yay!
And we have a lot of cats to help. Okay, so we're going to take it away with something very cheerful and positive, unlike a couple of other songs that we have, by the lovely and talented Cat Faber. And I hope you will be singing along at home, because many of you know this.
If you don't know this, you will at the end of this. And extra verses are always welcome, so, put your brains together and work on extra verses.
You can tell it on the mountain, in the valley far below, but you needn't tell the craftsman what they already know. From the author at her keyboard to the woodwright at his lathe, every act of creation is an act of faith. From the rancher mending fences with the wire she has found, to the farmer on his tractor putting seed corn in the ground. In this world of hate and anger, when it's easy to destroy, every act of creation is an act of joy. You can tell it on the mountain, in the valley far below, but you needn't tell the craftsman what they already know. From the author at her keyboard to the woodwright at his lathe, every act of creation is an act of faith. So we work on art and music, though we know it will be flawed, yet in striving to do better, we are reaching up to God. We are reaching for perfection, it's not beyond our scope. Every act of creation is an act of hope.
You can tell it on the mountain,
in the valley far below, but you needn't tell the craftsman what they already know. From the author at her keyboard to the woodwright at his lathe, every act of creation is an act of faith. Though you work with words or music, living things or stone or glass, if you don't love what you're making, it will never come to pass. From the paintings of a child to the works of God above, every act of creation is an act of love. You can tell it on the mountain, in the valley far below, but you needn't tell the craftsman what they already know. From the author at her keyboard to the woodwright at his lathe, every act of creation is an act of faith. You can tell it on the mountain, in the valley far below, but you needn't tell the craftsman what they already know. From the author at her keyboard to the woodwright at his lathe, every act of creation is an act of faith. Is that okay sound-wise, if not quality-wise?
Let's see if I can get us so we can see, or do we get?
Yeah, that's all right.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Ken.
Okay. Our next one is one I'm sure you all know, and it is sadly, over the last, 30 odd years, become more and more appropriate. And it means a lot to me. So this is by T.J. Burnside Clapp. Sing along at home. I wonder how my world can live with all the hate she harbors. Sleep, my weary world. And I'm scared of how long it may last, and just how soon it all might end. And I wish the power to stop it all could rest within my hands. I've seen her people dying from such bold and bloody causes. Sleep, my weary world. And the bodies of the innocent still wash up on the lengthening shore, for the rising tide of history just ebbs and flows again. Oh, make me a cradle to rock my weary world. Make me a gentle voice to soothe her when she weeps. Make my arms strong enough to hold her when she wakes, and make me a lullaby so sweet and fine that I can sing my weary world to sleep. I wish that I could soothe away her jagged shards of hatred. Sleep, my weary world. And though my hands may bleed and burn, I'll hold my broken world to me until her ugly scars have healed and peace may reign again. Oh, make me a cradle to rock my weary world. Make me a gentle voice to soothe her when she weeps. Make my arms strong enough to hold her when she wakes, and make me a lullaby so sweet and fine that I can sing my weary world to sleep. And if her fighting will not stop, I'll hold her that much closer and sing my lullaby above the noise and pain of war. And if her bleeding I can't stanch, I'll bleed along beside her, but I will not let her go. No, I'll never let her go. And when the stars have all burned out, I'll sing to her in darkness. Sleep, my weary world. And I pray a tender God may find me huddled in the dark and cold, and grant the weary world I shelter one more chance to live. May God grant my precious world another chance to live. Oh, make me a cradle to rock rock my weary world. Make me a gentle voice to soothe her when she weeps. Make my arms strong enough to hold her when she wakes, and make me a lullaby so sweet and fine that I can sing my weary world to sleep. Make me a lullaby so sweet and fine that I can sing my weary world to sleep. Thank you. And for a complete change of pace, this is one we actually wrote ourselves. Well,
wrote the words.
we wrote the words.
At OVFF 2010, I think.
Maybe more than that.
We got netted into the Iron Filter contest. We volunteered. And we were both working on something, and this one came out so wonderfully twisted. The subject was brains, and we now have to, witness protection from the Rogers family because of what we did to the lovely field behind the plow. We turned it into this.
This is the shelves around the lab. Watch the shelves around the lab fill with brains in jars. My Igor's on the hunt till the perfect brain is ours. Hear the chainsaw's steady roar. Oh, he can't stop now. There's a spinal column more or less to go. And it always seems my slave takes his own sweet time. I've got work to do tonight. Maybe this brain will be right. So watch the shelves around the lab fill with brains in jars. There's another 15 feet of shelf to go. For my evil plan to work, I need organs, bones, and muscles, and the rest. And the brain must be the best. The guy next door the other day took a heart attack and died at 42. So his brain should still be good, and Igor knows what to do. In an hour, maybe more, he'll be coming back with the final part I need to complete the surgery. So watch the shelves around the lab fill with brains in jars. There's another 15 feet of shelf to go. And if his harvest's any good, the brainstem and the nerves will be intact, and my creature can arise. Make the nerve connections right, and watch him shuffle forth to do my will. When lightning fills the skies, my evil laugh will rise. For the good times come and go, but I've lots of brains. so I'll get him on his feet. Not an inert hunk of meat, so watch the shelves around the lab fill with brains in jars. There's another 15 feet of shelf to go, so watch the shelves around the lab fill with brains in jars. There's another 15 feet of shelf to go. Thank you. And next up, something rather nicer in an apocalyptic kind of way.
Post-apocalyptic.
Post-apocalyptic kind of way. And this is No Hurry by Michelle Dockery, Vixie. I hope Dave Wheeler's here because I know he really likes this one. Horses' hooves on pavement make a lonely echoing sound. I look down between the wheels and watch the slowly passing ground, while the swaying of the wagons makes me drowsy in the heat. I count the faded yellow lines that pass beneath my feet. No hurry now. Watch the sky for a moment or two. No hurry now. You take your time when it's all you can do. No hurry now. From town to town, what's another lost day? No hurry now. Wherever it is, it's far and away. We crest the hill and see the crumbling towers by the shore, past the signpost for a bridge that isn't standing anymore. My grandma knew this city, grand and busy as a girl. Now the rovers see just a market town, and the homebound their whole world. No hurry now. Watch the sky for a moment or two. No hurry now. You take your time when it's all you can do. No hurry now. From town to town, what's another lost day? No hurry now. Wherever it is, it's far and away. We pitch camp by the roadside, and the children play and run. Gather wildflowers and blackberries, and watch the setting sun. Though our labor is of burdened beasts, our freedom is of men. 'Cause it doesn't matter where we go, and it doesn't matter when. No hurry now. Watch the sky for a moment or two. No hurry now. You take your time when it's all you can do. No hurry now. From town to town, what's another lost day? No hurry now. Wherever it is, it's far and away. Papa says it's best this way, and it's all the life I've known. Still I wonder what it's like to call the raven's speed your own, to hear the voice of a distant friend or see a distant face. But you can't pick roadside blackberries when you move at such a pace. No hurry now. Watch the sky for a moment or two. No hurry now. You take your time when it's all you can do. No hurry now. From town to town, what's another lost day? No hurry now. Wherever it is, it's far and away. Thank you.
Those of you who were fortunate enough to be around earlier in the set who heard the great Kari Marin do some stuff just wonderful, and we couldn't resist doing one of her pieces. Great one for the literature folks. It's about Holmes and Watson, but this one's from Watson's side. We shall let you rehydrate.
Yes, rehydration is important.
Hydration is important. Good.
Mrs. Hudson showed another client into Flat B. You knew what he wanted right away. That didn't stop you from approaching me to see if I had anything to say. I got it wrong, of course I always do. I'm not sure why I even try. I'm not stupid, but I'm not you. We're very different, you and I. And I can't help admiring your enormous brain, which analyzes everything with ease, without effort, without pain. And everyone just says, Mr. Holmes, please. Most of the time I am content to simply lurk behind, but every now and then I resent that you never dream I'd mind being Watson, shunted slightly to the side, being backup, always bridesmaid, never bride. I have wondered in odd moments of ennui how you would handle being me, being Watson. Later you became more brilliant and more precise, solving scores of puzzling cases that left me breathless without advice, growing stupid and for some reason fat. The contrast made you shine more bright, while I pranced like a buffoon. More than ever you did everything right. I was a cartoon, being Watson. You were sky and I was soil, being always seen as nothing but a foil. You got brighter, I got obviously dim. Were you happy you weren't him? You weren't Watson. And I sometimes think it's all right, and I sometimes just lean back and watch you shine. But I sometimes wish the glory of the story I was telling could be mine. It's mostly fine. Now we ventured ventured out into space in pursuit of crime. We've changed genders, we've changed race. We've traveled through time. We've met Cthulhu, we've turned bad. We've been lovers, though discreet. We've cured cancer, we've gone mad from the shadows over Baker Street. I'm brighter now, but still I find that no matter how far we go, I'm that same step behind. We've changed, but we're still what we are. I break away, but I'm constrained by my own perfect loyalty. It's a bit like being chained. I just hope someday you'll see. Being Watson would be really hard for you. Being silent is what not everyone can do. You solve cases, I suppose that is a start. I'm the one who turns them into art. Being Watson isn't always fun, but hey, being different must be worse. And anyway, you've existed so ridiculously long. Still, you could never write this song. That's why I'm Watson. I love that song. And we had to rearrange our set list a little bit because we were expecting to be mixing stuff up with Dave, but
Do things the way through and cut something.
okay. Do you want to cut this one?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Then let's go on to,
We must have some Talus in any set we do, because she's just way too good to not have some Talus in. Those of you who do not speak Brit, if you are not bilingual, this has a couple of Britisms in it, which I will explain up front, otherwise it won't make any sense. The GPO is the General Post Office, which is the telephone company. Valves are tubes, vacuum tubes.
I think that's
probably the only-
probably important stuff.
Yeah.
Tallis wrote this. Many of you may have seen The Imitation Game, and you know, we know about the code breakers of Bletchley Park. So this is about two of the lesser known code breakers, one of whom after the war moved to Canada and ended his life as a professor at Waterloo University, where he did in fact get a prize named after him, even though he did not get anything during the war. So this is The Ghosts of Bletchley Park. Tommy Flowers was a brilliant man and an East End local boy. From scholarship place to a steady job in the GPO's employ. Billy Tutt from Suffolk's Vales was the village school's bright lad. Loved his garden, Billy did, just like his dad, just like his dad.
Awkward sods and misfits all, mavericks and ne'er-do-wells, were given crucial work to do in secular monastic cells. Not a sign or map to mock it, each in secrecy they came. Not a medal or a prize to grace their names, to grace their names.
For the brightness of their intellects, when all else around seemed dark, here's a toast to unsung heroes.
and the ghosts of Bletchley Park.
Churchill said they broke the beast, but we know now Churchill lied. Still they took the great machine away to Cheltenham to hide. These were paladins of numbers, to whom all our thanks are owed. These the lords of shape and cipher, and the masters of the code. For the brightness of their intellects, when all else around seemed dark, here's a toast to unsung heroes and the ghosts of Bletchley Park.
Once the valves are on and warming up, the beast's awake. Put the kettle on, my friends, we've got a code to break. Send again, the message said, that didn't quite come through. And the messenger resent his piece, and there's the clue.
Tommy Flowers was a brilliant man and an East End local boy. Billy Tutt from Suffolk's Vale was his father's pride and joy. Here's to the White Cliffs and the village green and the rising of the lark. Here's a toast to unsung heroes, the ghosts of Bletchley Park. For the brightness of their intellects, when all else around seemed dark, we remember quiet heroes and the ghosts of Bletchley Park. Thank you. It's very nice to have a little cheering gallery here, too, that we can actually hear. How are we doing time-wise? Oh, we're getting there, aren't we?
We can put Ode in, I think.
We can put Ode in?
Yeah,
Okay.
these two are about 8.5, and that's about 2, so
All right.
just make it.
Okay. So this is one that we wrote the words to, with apologies to John Denver. We didn't have to change very many words, as it turned out. So this is Ode to Social Media. It's by far the weirdest thing I've ever done, to be watching friends and strangers on my phone. Follow me where I go, what I do and who I know. Make it part of you to be a part of me. Follow me up and down, all the way and all around. Click my link and say you'll follow me. You know, I'd like to spend my life with you. Oh, you're always on my mind, sorry. Though it's such a waste of time when I'm clicking in for updates. Who has posted recently? It's morning on the West Coast. Are the folks there up and tweeting? Are there posts that new on Insta? Is your Discord chatter new? Follow me where I go, what I do and who I know. Make it part of you to be a part of me. Follow me up and down, all the way and all around. Click my link and say you'll follow me. You see, I'd like to spend my life with you and see the things you've seen. Places that you're going to, places where I've been. To have you there beside me, never be alone. And all the time that you're with me, I'm clutching my damn phone. Follow me where I go, what I do of you to be a part of me. Follow me up and down, all the way and all around. Click my link and say you'll follow me. Click my link and say you'll follow me. Apologies, I fluffed a little bit in the middle there. I forgot I had updated the words because when I originally wrote it, it was, are there blogs to read on LJ? Is your Facebook status new? And I felt I should...
The times move ever on.
Yes. Okay, the next one is less cheerful, more angry, more possibly suited to the times we are in.
Maybe sort of the times we were in, it was written in 1985.
Yes, well,
Very
the times
sad.
apparently mostly haven't improved in many ways. This is by an Australian musician, singer-songwriter, Judy Small.
Now Madam Justice Judy Small.
She is not singing and songwriting anymore because apparently it doesn't go with the dignity of an Australian High Court judge. So she went back to school when she was 50 to go to law school, which I also admire. Anyway, this is You Don't Speak for Me.
Good.
Mm-hmm. You who scribble on walls with your minuscule minds, you who make midnight calls, you who rattle my blinds, the violence you preach is the core of your creed. You don't speak for me. You call yourselves patriots, swastika style. You feed on the fear of the ignorant child. There's no love of nation or people or land in the hatred behind your smile. You don't speak for me. No, you don't speak for me. I've seen where you come from, I've seen where you lead. It's a poisonous fruit that grows from your seed. You stir up the hatred till something explodes. You don't speak for me. You lock up young children behind the barbed wire. You let them go blind, let them drown in the mire. You talk about freedom and rights and control, but you don't speak for me. You poison the airways with Genghis Khan views. You broadcast your bias and call it the news. You say that you speak for the millions out there and deny that you're lighting a dangerous fuse. But you don't speak for me. No, you don't speak for me. You don't speak for me. You don't speak for my friends. We followed that line, seen where it ends. Intolerance, hatred, division, and strife. You don't speak for me. You who march in your hundreds of thousands for peace. You who work for political prisoners' release. You who fight the injustice of women ignored. You speak for me. You who combat apartheid wherever it's seen. You who struggle to keep the unique forests green. You who fight for the rights of all people in chains. You speak for me. Oh, you speak for me. You speak for me. Thank you again. I just feel it kind of really, it never seems to go out of style. So we're going to end with something substantially more peaceful and hopeful.
And more traditional.
And traditional. I hope that possibly Lemming's on, because I know he loves this. But this is by Zanda Mirand. and it is called Sam's Song, and you probably know it.
And we can see you singing along.
At least we hope we can. And all singing along at slightly different times, which is, as Kathleen said, slightly disconcerting, but there you go. Okay. Well, it's after hours down in Harry's bar, and the evening has just begun, and MacIver is telling all over again how he nearly fell into the sun, and the droid in the corner is getting well oiled, and the Wookiee has let down his hair, and I'm sitting alone on a 49 bus, wishing that I was there. I'll have one more photon torpedo, Harry, and make it a liter or more. And if I should happen to fall off my seat, just let me slip to the floor, 'cause it took me too many years to come, but I'm where I wanted to be. Home is the hunter, home from the hill, and the sailor, home from the sea. Well, we're outward bound on a Niron ship, and the warp drive is coming apart, and that damn vigilante is right on our tail, and we've only got 5 minutes start, and the planets around here all have us on file. They'll grab us as soon as we land, and we're sitting alone at a barrister's desk, watching life slip through my hands. I'll have one more try at the warp drive, Sander, and then we'll work out what to say. And though my life is in deadly danger, I feel that I've lived for this day. 'Cause it took me too many years to come, but I'm where I wanted to be. Home is the hunter, home from the hill, and the sailor, home from the sea. Well, it's peaceful down here in the library, and a reading of Helen and Jet, and Kirk and the 7 are all on their way, and a Nyrond is never in debt, and my friends are around me, and so are my foes, but no one's for fighting today. And I'm standing alone at the top of this hill, and it's only inches away. I'll read one more page of my oldest book, the one that I know and love best. Then I'm for my bed and my mind for its roaming, while everything's lying at rest. 'Cause it took me too many years to come, but I'm where I wanted to be. Home is the hunter, home from the hill, and the sailor, home from from the sea. Yes, it took me too many years to know that wherever I happen to be is home for the hunter, home from the hill and the sailor, home from the sea, home from the sea. Thank you. Thank you all very much for listening, and thank you so much to the Concom for, I'll call it inviting us, and to Ken for all of his sound work. And now I look